we can start with today's agenda. So we're going to be just basically covering two portions of it, which is going to be what the purpose of a website is. We're going to be going through just a general idea of why you may need a website. Of course, everybody knows that they need a website, but they may not specifically know why. And because having a website is such a broad area, like you can have it for literally anything, what is it that you are trying to gain from it? What is it going to help you with is what we're going to be talking about. And then we're also going to have a demo, which will take you through Zoho Sites' tools and how that helps you build your very own website all by yourself. A very professional looking one at that. So here are the different types of websites. And so we've kind of classified what are the different types of websites you can have. So there are media type websites where you provide a lot of multimedia based content, be it video, or audio, via podcast, or if you're uploading videos onto YouTube, you can have that on your website as well. So it's basically a way of reaching out to people via audio, video, type of way of giving out content. So that is a way that you can have a website. Then there are also brochure websites, which are pretty much like single paged or standalone landing page websites where you can have all of your content up on one page itself without having multiple pages or multiple menus. So this is kind of like a way that you can build a portfolio. So that's what a brochure website would be. There are also educational and informational websites. So this is like if you have any kind of educational service that you're providing, be it a school or a tuition place, a website where you're basically giving out any sort of information. If you are a counselor or a guidance professional, this would be the kind of website that you can provide with a lot of content to put forward to your visitors. And then there are e-commerce websites. So this is pretty much a website where you would build a store where you could sell products to people. Of course, Zoho Sites is not that solution, but we do if an e-commerce website is the kind of website that you want to build because you have products that you want to sell. We have a product called Zoho Commerce, which will help you build websites where you can add categories and products. And we have shipping integrations and payment integrations where you can sell your products online. So that would be a solution that you can look into. I think, Kritika, you can add a link to Zoho Commerce as well. And then we have online forums. So this would be more of an interactive kind of website where you can have a lot of people come in and contribute their content or any information it is that they would like to speak amongst themselves. You can have like chat boxes or comment boxes and have people come and interact on your website based on a specific idea. And then there are social media websites where you have multiple people coming and accessing your content. Similar to the likes of, Facebook, Twitter, all of those kind of social media forums. So these are the different types of websites that are, made and the purposes of them. And the 5 purposes of having these type of websites, of course, there are a whole bunch of different reasons why you may want to have a website, but we've kind of narrowed it down into 5 purposes. One would be to collect leads. So you want to have people visiting your website and you want to gain more of, a customer base. And so to collect these type of leads would be a reason why you want to have a website. So when you, of course, go and have a bigger online presence, you will definitely be attracting more visitors. So that would bring about more leads. And if you want to go about building an email list or a community, so let's say that you are trying to have a newsletter that you're sending out periodically and you want to have a list of people. So what you can do is you can add the newsletter integration, have people sign up, and then you can collect their email IDs in a database, and then you can contact these people, send out newsletters to them on a regular. And then we have for booking and scheduling. So let's say you provide a service that requires people to book in advance. Let's say you're a counselor or a therapist and you have a lot of people coming in and you need them to book and to schedule specific dates. We have an integration with Zoho Bookings that allows you to create a little booking form where people can come into your website, select the specific date or the time, and then they can book. So that would be another purpose. And then also for providing information to support and educate users, as I mentioned before, the main reason that you would have a website is to convey whatever information it is that you have towards the online world or the people on the internet. You want to convey what it is that you're about, what you're trying to do. So that is one of the purposes. And also, as I mentioned before, if selling products online is something that you're doing, is an industry that you're in, that would be another purpose to have a website. So with that being said, let me just get into the demo. This is a pre-recorded demo, so I'm just going to play that. We're just basically talking about all of the functionalities and tools, like the basic tools. Of course, there are way more advanced features. We're also running advanced webinars, so you can definitely take a look at those. It is up on our schedule, and we'll be sending out, signups and registrations for these as well. And so if that is something that piques your interest, but for this particular demo, we're going to be talking about just the basic features that you can use to build really professional websites all by yourself. And of course, we will be having the Q&A session, but anytime during this session, if you have any questions, even during this demo, if there are any questions that come to mind, be sure to pop them either in the chat or the question tab, and we'd be more than happy to answer it for you. So I'm just going to get with playing this demo. You can access your Zoho site builder at zoho.com/sites, and you can access your website builder by clicking on the Access Zoho Sites button. Otherwise, if you would like to take a look at the templates that we provide, you can go right ahead by clicking on Templates. This will take you directly into our template library where we have a whole bunch of different templates that we provide, and they are all mobile optimized, and they are also categorized based on industry. So we have a whole bunch of templates that you can choose from. As you can see here, they are segregated based on use or based on the industry. So if you take a look at architecture and interior, we have different types of templates under that. Or you can just take a look at all of them over here. And as you can see, once you hover over a template, it'll show you a little preview as to what the template holds. You can also click on the live demo to take a look at how it will appear on different devices, how it will appear on desktop devices, and then how it would appear on tablet and other handheld devices, as you can see, and then how it would also appear on mobile devices such as smartphones. And so you can take a look at the template, and if you like what you see, you can click on Use this template, and that'll take you directly into the builder. But for the sake of this demo, there is a website that I have already built. As you can see, here is one using the restaurant template that was right from our template library as well. I've of course just added a few give or take elements for the sake of this demo, but basically it is the same template that you would find in the template library. So as you can see, this is what all of our templates look like. And so it has a huge banner area, which is very useful for you to convey whatever message it is, which is about the kind of business that you do or what you are about. This would be the place to display any graphic or imagery such as that, as well as a place where you can put your important content. Then you can see that the page is separated into various sections. So there are various sections that are stacked one on top of the other, and each section has elements within it. So you have like the heading portion, you have the paragraph or text area. You can also add images, and each of them come with their own customizable options. Each element in each section has its own toolbox, so you can go and edit everything to the manner that you would like it to appear. So as you can see, here is a section, and within this section we have different customization tools that you can use. So once you click on this customization option, the toolbox appears. And so these are the general settings for your section. You can choose from various background types. And so the background type is based on the theme color that you are using. You can also choose the different types of themes you want. And likewise, you can choose to add background images or video. So you can even add videos to your background. And so As you can see, here is a demo video that we provide. Of course, you can always add videos that you would like to by just clicking on change video and uploading one from your computer. So this is what you can do with sections. Sections also has other tools, so you can just kind of see the different types of tools that we provide and use them according to what your requirement is. Sections also we have this new feature called the shaper. So this enables you to add various patterns to the background of your shapers. So you can choose from the list of shaper designs that we have. For instance, if we pull up circles, these are the different types of designs that you can add. You can choose in circles, we have a lot of other designs to choose from. Let's take this one for example, and you can always flip, so it doesn't have to be in the lower right hand corner. You can flip them to anywhere where you would like them to be. You can also choose to increase or decrease the transparency of them based on your requirement. So what this does is it adds like a different dimension to your design without just having to have these boxed up stacks on top of each other. You can also add these type of design elements as well. You can also choose if you would like it to be displayed in your tablet and mobile devices or not. So if you choose for it not to be, it'll be displayed only in the desktop version of your website. And you can also edit the transparency that you would like for it to appear in the smaller devices as well. And again, if you choose to not have your shapers, you can go back and click none. So this is basically the different types of section editing that you can provide for each section. And then we have a very element specific type of editing options as well. So given the fact that this one is a text element, you will have customization options pertaining to that. Given the fact that this one is a heading, you can choose the different types of headings that you want based on how you want your website to be viewed on search engines as well. So, it'd be good to go with an H1 or an H2 tag if it is an important piece of content that you want to be crawled. And you can also go with alignments and heading styles. And it's very dependent on the different element that you apply. Likewise for the button element, you can see that we have different types of customization. So it is very pertaining to that kind of element, the kind of customization options that we provide. So if you want to take a look at the different types of options for the banner. So the banner works in a different way, of course. It is not like the section. So banners kind of have like slides. So you can add various banners and they'll slide along like a carousel. So this can be one slide along with many others. You can also choose if you want the background to be an image or a video or solid color, and also the theme depending on the color that you choose. You can also choose if you want your banner to have like a fixed or a scroll component. So now it is on scroll. So if you choose fixed, it'll be fixed in one place, and you can see how it creates a little bit of a parallax kind of dimensional design. And so to go and add more elements to your page, you can click on this add button right on top over here. And you can choose from the elements that we have provided. Of course, we have the heading, paragraph, image, icons, and the likes that you can choose from. There are various different elements that you can add. So for instance, if we take the carousel content, you can add that to your page, and within that you can add another element. For instance, let us just add a heading element, just for the sake of example. So you can see that the carousel it displays your content in a very carousel type of format. So this helps you display, if you're trying to display content such as customer feedbacks or testimonials, this would be a way in which you can display your content. It is very space friendly. It doesn't take up too much of space on your page. Likewise, we have a lot of different content that you can add based on whatever your criteria is. The possibilities are endless. And we also have the images that you can add to your page. Of course, it's very standard. You can just choose to upload an image from your desktop to your website. So once you click upload, we have automatic optimization. So any image that you add to your website will be optimized automatically. You can also choose to upload it and skip optimization if that is what you require. And apart from uploading images, we also have the image library. So we are integrated with Unsplash, Pixabay, and Google. And so these are the top leading stock image providers, and you can just go right ahead and enter whatever keyword it is. For the sake of this restaurant template, we will choose, let's just say food. And so you have a whole bunch of images that appear. So this really makes your website look really eye-catching. So you can just go ahead and choose whatever it is. And of course, now because this image is added to your website, you can choose the way you want it to appear. We can make this a little smaller. So let's just put this as medium. You can choose how you want to align it, provide alt text, different types of styles to the image. As you can see, you can also go so far as to edit the spacing in between. And so this is basically how you can add images either from your computer or by using our stock image integrations. Next, we have sections. Of course, like I mentioned before, sections are pretty much the building blocks to your website. So they are stackable portions of the page that you can add one on top of the other. They come with various different designs. They also have images and text that you can add to them as well. So apart from what we already provide, you can always take and add more elements to them. So you can choose, again here, this is also categorized based on usage. So these are the sections that have more imagery on them. So you can always just scroll through and choose whatever it is that you would like to add. So we can just take this section for instance. And you can see how that just kind of seamlessly fits into your website. You can always go and add more elements within by just simply taking them and dragging and dropping them into that section. As you can see here, it is very simple and easy to do. Apart from adding these section content pieces into your website, you can also add sections such as newsletters. So now this newsletter section will allow your visitors to come and subscribe to your newsletter by entering their email addresses and such. And you can also choose which newsletter provider you would like to integrate with. So we have an integration with Zoho campaigns. You also have an integration with MailChimp, and you can also choose the labels for your email. You know, if you want to have only the email, or if you want to have the name and email, you can also change the way the labeling is given, as well as the button if you want them to subscribe or sign up or whatever action it is that you would like them to follow. That can be mentioned over here as well. So this would be how you can have a newsletter, and you can collect details from your visitors so that you can send them email follow-ups or whatever it is that you need. Apart from that, we also have the map section. So this is our integration with Google Maps. So this comes in handy when you are trying to give direction to your visitors. If you need them to visit you at a geographical location, if you have your firm or your service set up in a certain geographic location and you want to point that out, you can do so using the Google Map integration. It's as simple as adding the map to your page and then going and toggling with the location that you would like to set. So basically, this is how you would go about building your page, by just adding and dropping elements. It's very simple to do. If there are any elements that you do not like, you can always click and then click on the delete icon, and that would just remove it right off your website. And then if there are elements that you would like to duplicate, you can just click on that and then duplicate it, or you could just clone it to add it to another page. So that is basically how you can go about doing that. As you can see here, we're just clicking on this element. You can choose to copy it, and then once you copy it, you can just paste it. So you can see it just kind of duplicates itself. So these are the ways in which you can go about adding and creating content in your site. Again, you can also delete it if you do not want it. So that's basically how you can use the site builder and build your pages. Apart from dragging and dropping elements and sections onto your page, we also have a tool called the visual editor that helps you further customize the way your website looks and operates. And so the visual editor allows you to add even more intricate design options to your website, which are mostly design options that can only be done with the help of a developer or a designer that you can't really do on your own. But we provide you with the options of doing so with just the click of a button. So here we have presets, so you can choose the color scheme of your website. And if you would like, you can even go in and add your own custom values for each color by just choosing it from the color picker, or if you have the hex value for it, you can go for that. You can also choose the opacity of the color and add that, and you can see that it gets applied instantly, and so you can preview and see how that operates. And so it has been added. You can see it over here in this area. And then we also have the header layout. So over here, you can choose how you want the header to be displayed. And of course, every change that you make will be applied here for you to preview. And at the end of it, if you like the changes, you can continue by applying them, or you can also, reset it to the default design that you had prior to coming into the visual editor, so you can always make changes and you don't have to worry about committing to the change that you have made. So we have different top bar themes and heading themes, and even for your navigation you can choose the color scheme that you want. So now you see that we have the transparent header while you scroll. You can also choose to have it fixed so that it doesn't have to follow as you scroll. We'll just give it a minute to load there. So now you can see that the header does not follow you as you scroll, but then when we had it on transparent, it was able to follow us as we were scrolling. So this would be useful for customers when they go all the way to the bottom of the page. You don't want them to have to scroll up every time. So this is just a matter of convenience. You can also choose if you want the logo of your website to be displayed in your mobile version, as well as the site title, and other mobile customizations are available as well. Then we also have the banner layout. You can choose how you want it to appear. Right now the banner is on full screen. You can also choose for it to be boxed or full width. Again, that is just according to your preference of how you want it to look. So here's a quick preview on how that would appear. And apart from that, we also have the blog list and blog post layouts. And so these layouts will kind of determine the way your blog page operates. And so you can choose how you want the listings of your posts in your blog to be displayed by choosing from one of the templates over here. You can also choose how you want each individual post to appear as well. So once you are done with your customizations, you can choose to either save or reset. And so that will be applied to your template instantly. We've taken a look at how to add sections and elements, and also how to customize them using the customization tools as well as the visual editor. We'll move on to how you can add pages. So here's where you can go to if you want to add another page to your website. And so you can enter a page name. For instance, we'll just call this one menu, and you can see how the page URL appears instantly. And it seems to be that we already have a menu page, so this one comes with -1. You can also choose if you want to set this page as a home page. We have an area where you can add a social preview image. So when this page is shared on social media, this would be the place where you would add the image that would go along with it. You can also choose if you want to show the hero banner on this page or not. So if you have the hero banner attached on this page, you can choose to have it only for this page or for every page and not this page. So this allows you to do those type of customizations. Same goes for adding a menu or adding a sidebar. You can choose if you want those to be on specific pages or all pages according to your requirement. We also have the basic page SEO settings, where you would add the title as well as relevant keywords and description. And these are all the tools that you can toggle with SEO that would really help with search engines or robots to crawl this page and check its relevancy for it to be ranked on the Google search engine. So once you are done entering all of these details, you can click add and the new page will be created. As you can see, this is the new page that we have over here. And again, this page can be further populated by going in and choosing certain sections that you can add to the page, as you can see. So we can take this section, for instance, and you can just simply drag and drop that onto your page to build up on it. So it's basically how you would build any page on your website. And once you get into the page settings, you can see the new page that we added just now. So you can choose to edit your page info by clicking over here, and this you can also view the different versions of your page. So for instance, if we take the home page, we can see the various versions of this page that were created. So this is the current version that we have now. You can always go back and take a look at the other changes that you have done. So once you click on that version, that will be the version that will appear over here. As you can see, there are different imagery. I have a different shaper that is displayed over here, so you can take a look at the version over here on this preview site, and if you like the version that you see, you can choose to restore it as well. So that is basically how you can choose the version of your website that you would like to keep. Next, we have the blog page. So this is basically where you make all of your blog posts, and as you can see, this is just an area where you can add different types of blogs that you want. You can choose your post preferences over here, and then once you make your blog ready, you can choose to set a cover image, and you can publish your post, or you can save a draft and it will go live. You can also choose to schedule when you want your post to go live as well. The blog page can also be customized just like how you would any other page on your website by dragging and dropping elements. And so that is another page that you can build if it is that you would like to build a blog for your website. This would be the option to do so. And at any point of time while you are creating your website and you would like to change the template, or if you're not happy with the template design that you have chosen, or if it's not really building up to what you expected it to be, you can always go into settings and change the template that you have, and you don't have to worry about losing any of your content because all of your content will remain intact. Even if you go and choose a different template, you can go click on templates under settings and you can choose to browse the templates. Again, here are all the templates that we provide. So you can choose whichever suits your requirement. This is the one that we are using right now. It says installed, as you can see. So let's say we want to change it to this coffee shop template. You can see how this template has been applied. So you can see that the theme colors and everything have changed from the darker theme that we had before. It is now following the theme of that template. You can see that the font of the content has also changed as well. So that is also part of that particular template, as you can see. So once you are done and happy with your website, you can choose to preview it. Again, this will just give you a quick preview of how your website will appear on the different devices. So this would be like the desktop view of the website as well as the tablet view. And you can see that in the tablet view, we have everything that we had put before. So you can see in the tablet view, this is how it appears. And then we have the mobile view. And once you are happy with this change, you can definitely go and publish your website. So when it comes down to publishing your website, there are 3 specifics that you have to keep in mind. So one thing is, if you already own a domain, you can map that to your Zoho site's website. So if you already own a domain, you can use the same domain for your Zoho site's website. Apart from that, you can also choose to purchase a domain. So it will take you to a domain provider and you can purchase one if you don't already have one, or you can use the Zoho site subdomain, which would be the name of your website, also followed by .zohosites.com. So that would be the subdomain that you can use. And so once your site has been published, you can take a look at how it would be live. So this is your live version of your website, just like how it showed in the preview, just like how you had built. And of course, as you can see over here, we have the logo and the fave icon. So at any point of time, if you would like to update those as well, I'll just take you into the builder real quick to show you how you can do that. So we'll just go into settings, and you can see that there is the logo and fave icon option. So you can choose to change the logo and change the fave icon. So the fave icon is very important because it shows a representation of your website. So as you can see from all the tabs I have open, you know what the YouTube fave icon is, and then we have the Zoho site builder. So this would also be indicative of your website. It would help you create like a really good brand referencing with your website visitors. And so this is basically how you would go about building your website using all of these tools that we provide. And I really hope that all of you found this demo very informative, and I hope all of you were able to learn or understand something that you probably did not know or were not aware of before. Thank you. So I hope that all of you found that demo useful, and that the information that I provided in that would help you out if there are any of the tools that you probably used before but didn't know to what extent, or if any of you didn't even know that these tools are available. I hope that that demo was able to shed some light on those features. And so I see that there are quite a few questions that have come up, and Naresh and Kritika have been answering them so far. So thank you for that. And now we've come to the final part of this session, which is going to be the Q&A session. So if there's anything that you would like to ask us, now would be the time to do so.
So there are a few questions, Christian.
Yep.
So how can you automatically export blogs from a Zoho Writer to Zoho Sites as it does to WordPress? Do you have an answer? I mean, if Naresh has an answer also.
Yeah, as far as I know, we only have like the import and export from WordPress, but I don't think that it's possible to export your blogs to from Writer to Zoho Sites. I don't think it's possible to import it from Zoho Writer to Sites. I'm not particularly sure. I haven't really come across this requirement, so maybe if Naresh can shed some light on that.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly sure of that use case, so I'm not
So
really
Naresh
sure.
has got
Yeah,
into it. He says importing blogs from Writer is a work in progress and it is not available now.
right.
So
That's
yeah,
what I thought.
yeah,
Exactly, because the options are to import and export from your WordPress blog into Zoho
yeah.
Sites and vice versa.
Okay.
Writer isn't, yeah.
And Christine wants to know how to create a form. Like, can you show to her via a quick
Yeah,
screen share?
definitely. So I'll get into a screen share session, Kristen, right now. And so there are so many different integrations with different form providers that we provide. It's just based on whichever form builder you're using. So we have integrations with the CRM web forms and Begin forms, as well as the Zoho forms as a product itself. So I'll just quickly get on a screen share. Kritika, if you can affirm if my
Yeah,
screen.
it's still loading. Yeah,
Okay,
I can see multiple places.
okay, right. So here is the site builder. We'll just pull up the forms from here. It would be under elements. You see that all the forms are over here. We have the CRM forms, Zoho form, and Begin forms. You can also use the inbuilt form builder. So I'll just show you that real quick, because all of these other forms require a little bit of an integration setup, nothing too extensive. I mean, for CRM forms, you're going to need a CRM account, and for Zoho forms and for Begin forms, you're going to need accounts for these services, and you're going to have to build the forms on these accounts first, and then you'd be able to one-click integrate them into your website. But if you don't want to do that, you can just go right ahead and create a form. We have templates over here that you can choose from. So we have like a few categories that you can choose from over here, and it's previewed right here on the right. Otherwise, if you want to build your own form from scratch, you can do that as well. We will just call this form for my lack of creativity at this moment. Um, right. And that will take you to the form builder that we provide within the website builder itself. You can just drag and drop whatever, form field you need. So you can just add that. And then we have, the form properties in itself and the field properties. So whichever field it is, you can go into editing that as well. Let me just add some to try and make this look a little legit, right? And then once you are done building this form, you go back to your site builder and you can see that the form gets added to your website. So once you publish your site, this will be visible and accessible to all of your visitors. So I hope that sheds some light on that for you, Kristen.
All right, and there's another question. I mean, there's another question about pricing. I think Naresh got to it. Nadia has a question about. I mean, I'm not very sure about the question. I'm just going to like get her to think. It's like when they want to click on the menu, right? I think they wanted to scroll and like land on a particular section of the page. You understand?
Okay, right, up
Yeah.
in the menu. So what you have to do is you would have to
Just screen share.
anchor.
Just screen share.
Yes.
I wanted you to like. I mean, that's why I stopped you because I didn't want you to get out of screen share.
Okay, I did not. That would have
No
saved us some
problem.
time.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So what you're going to do is you're gonna get to, so you have the menu over here. With the anchoring, I think what you have to do, again, it's been quite some time since I've done this. I did it for our help site. Let's say you want to come to this particular piece of this section. So what you can do is, I think, you have to get into the menu and then you have an option to anchor it from there. I did it in a bit of a workaround kind of a situation where I had anchored it to the content itself. So let me just see if I have this down properly, right? So we have the menu. I think this would be the place to do it. No, this would not be it. There is a place where you can anchor it. I just need to find that right now. I'm sorry about that. But is that the requirement that they are asking to start with? Because, hello? Kritika, can you affirm if you can hear me? Hello? Hello? Okay, then I think I lost Kritika. So what happens is that usually when we get into a screen share, sometimes the capacity of it kind of makes it hang. So I'm sorry that I can't really show that at the moment, but there is, I think Naresh can affirm this, but there is a way that you can add like a single page site and have that link from your menu. There is an option for that. Of course, we have to explore that a little bit more. It's been a long, long time since I got into that aspect of doing it. There you are, Kritika. I lost you real quick.
Yeah, so sorry, there was some connectivity issue.
Yeah, that always happens with the screen share,
Screen share, yeah.
unfortunately. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, so there is an option to do that. So maybe I'll just create a quick GIF and send that over to you.
Yeah.
Okay, are there any other?
Okay, in chat there's a question about how about website security? What is included and what is considered add-on? So, Michelle, we have SSL certificate that is included with your plan. So that is about what we have for website security.
Right. And apart from that, we also do provide a lot of what you would call like behind the scenes security as to where your websites are hosted from. And so all of those things are very safe and secure. I think all of our servers are in the US. Am I right, Ritika?
Yeah, and it's all
Yeah.
in-house. So basically, we have data centers in the US. So definitely, if you're from that area, like I think US or Canada, we have like the dedicated data centers, and we have like a team which is monitoring all of the data that goes in and out and all of that. So hosting wise, that's how it is set up. And we do provide SSL certificates, so everything is included to your plan. So you
Right.
shouldn't have. I mean, we have never had like any sort of a security breach in terms of our websites or any. I mean, any sort of like, but in terms of our websites, I think we are there for like quite a few years, and so yeah,
Right. And
yeah,
those of you who are joining us from Europe, all of the websites created using the Zoho Sites website builder is also GDPR compliant. So there's
yeah.
that extra level of security and privacy in regards to the information that you put out, as well as the information that you receive from your visitors via the forms or member portal, services as well. Um,
Okay, another question came up in the Q questions section. In
mhm.
the form part, I see that you have some forms that I do not see in my account. How do I get them? In the case of, as in the case of appointment, he has one.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So the
I think
forms
if you're
that,
looking,
yeah, I'm sorry, Kritika, what were you saying?
that should definitely, help you create appointments on your website. But
Right. So this was the bookings
I don't know
integration that you
whether
were talking
my
about?
connectivity is lost or Christine's lost. So you can hear either one of. Can you just
I I can hear you. Can you
let
hear
us know in the
me?
chat?
I can hear.
Oh, sorry. No, I think there is a delay. So Christine, you go ahead and answer.
Okay, all right, all right. It was going in and out. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so this was in regards to the forms. So the forms that I had that were probably not visible to you were just the ones that I had created, putting my own names on them. So I called one appointment, I called one test, trial, whatever. So those are just the forms that I had created using the form builder. So of course, when you get into the form builder, you can do that as well. You can just go and create however many forms you require. And apart from that, if you're trying to have like a kind of booking or an appointment scheduling type of tool, you can use our bookings integration. So that allows your visitors to come into your website and schedule appointments with you. They can choose the date, the time, all of those type of functionalities are available. So I hope that answers your question.
So I
Um,
think when as a part, if you're already in Zoho one, I think Zoho Forms or Zoho CRM form, everything should be included. Like it's a matter of just integrating and getting started. So that shouldn't be a problem.
Zoho One kind of enables the Pro plan, I think.
Yeah.
So
So you should
anything that comes
have, yeah,
in.
you should have all of the features that sites has.
Mm. So just keep the portal open for a little longer. If there are any other questions that you would like to ask us, please do so now. In the meantime, if there is anything that comes up later after this session, you can always drop us an email at marketing@sohosites.com. Um, how to create a drop-down menu. So by a drop-down menu, do you mean like a one menu item that has like a lot of other menus
Sub
within it?
menus.
Right. That is pretty simple to do. So let me just get on the screen share and hopefully that doesn't fail me. Okay, just double checking if that was the question, right? So now you have this menu over here and you're asking for like this type of a drop down. So you would go into settings and then you would access your menus under customize. And then what you do is you take whichever menu item you would like and just kind of stack that underneath. You can also create like two levels of it. So you would have like this being your parent page and then your sub page, and then within your sub page, you'll have another. And so you do that, you click save, and then now you can see that you have this, and then it kind of creates that drop down that you are asking for. So I hope that answers your question.
And there is another question about optimizing a website for SEO. Where do you maintain all text for Google, etc.?
Okay,
So,
we
yeah.
have two different levels of SEO. So one being the site-wide SEO settings and the page-wise. And so server problem. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. So we have the site-wide SEO settings, and so over there is where you would find your Google Analytics and Google Tag Manager. So anything related to optimizing your website for Google will be found over there. It's just a matter of going and creating your Tag Manager and your Analytics account, and then taking those tracker codes and entering them into your website, and then your pages become optimized, or it'll be easier for Google to track the content on your pages. And so that is a tool that we provide. Apart from that, you can also use the page-wide SEO settings where you can add, your meta titles, descriptions, tags and such, keywords and things like that. We also have optimization options for your blog page, where you can add like alt text for images. And so we do have a lot of optimization tools for the content of your website available. You can find them under the SEO settings under configuration. In your settings, you can take a look. All of the tools are right there. And all of those tools are also just one-click integrations. So I hope that answers your question.
All right. We have another question. I mean, we have a few more questions.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I was about to read it and Naresh got to it.
Okay.
So the next question: can you add pictures with menu?
Pictures with menu. Let
So
me
when
just
you go into the menu, right, it
Can
creates
you
like a
add
drop down with images, but I don't
Oh,
think so.
that
Sites
no,
has
that's
that
not.
option.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a possibility. I apologize for that. But what you could do, I mean, like, I don't know if this really suits your requirement, but like that menu is also a page. Maybe add the image over there. But apart from that, adding an image as a menu item is not a possibility. I apologize for that. Um,
Okay, there's another question, but I am not so sure about the question. I'll
mhm.
just read it out. Is it possible to create a drop down menu on a single page? For example, if we had an About Us page, we want to give options to have the viewer see different bits of information and then also toggle to another. I think they want to create a different menu on different pages. Like if they go, like, in About Us page, if they create on any of the one drop down, right? They
Mm-hmm.
want to have like a different menu come up on that page. Is it a possibility to create different menus?
Yeah, so you can create multiple menus if that is what you're asking for. You can have different menus and they don't have to appear only on the top of your page also. You can add them within your content itself anywhere on the page. You can just have many different menus with many different items set up and kind of interspersed wherever you feel it necessary. So all of these options you can find in the menus option under customize and settings. You can add as many kind of menu blocks as you require, and you can also add them wherever on your page and arrange them according to your requirement, Heather. So that is a possibility. I hope that answers your question. I would really like to get into showing demos for all of this, but then this whole
Yeah.
situation with the screen sharing is kind of preventing me from doing
Yeah.
so. So I kind
So
of have to orally.
Ariel had this question. Naresh did answer it, but
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to give few workarounds around it. What if I
Yeah.
want to create a couple of different related websites for my business and link them? Is it possible? So Ariel, it's not possible to link websites. If you're creating two different websites, you can interlink them, create backlinks, however, within the website. So you can create a kind of a navigation within your website so that you can link them from one website to another. But it's not possible to club your website. So that's what Naresh did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what even he answered, but I just wanted to like put it out there.
Right. This is a question that comes up quite
Oh,
frequently.
yeah. So,
We've seen this one a lot.
yeah. So,
Um,
mm, okay, we will keep the portal open for
just a while
some more.
longer.
Yeah,
Had a lot of questions coming in. That's great. This is exactly what we look forward to. So it's good.
I hope we got all of the questions. I just want to.
Yeah, kind of going through them myself just to see if in case we missed anything out. Um, looks like we got everything. But we will definitely keep the portal open for a little longer if there are any other questions that come to mind. So
I think I think the questions have stopped. We can just let them know about our website, like our email address and social media, and we can.
for sure. Okay. Right. So again, thank all of you for. Oh, right. When we say there is a question, the cookie acceptance pop up. Okay. Right. So we have yeah, we do have this option. It's called the message bar. You can find that in the settings as well. And so what you can do with this particular tool is add any kind of messaging. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a sort of like cookie acceptance type of a pop-up. It could also be like if you're trying to share any information about your website, if there's any new information that you're providing and you want to let your visitors know, you can provide this message bar either on the top or the bottom of your website. But yes, basically you can use it to also say like, this website has cookies, and you can also customize the buttons like accept and reject or whatever labeling you would like to give. That is a possibility as well. So yes, to answer your question, we do have that option. Yeah, in Europe, this is a requirement, definitely. So this feature actually came in during that whole wave of the GDPR. So we do have the message bar feature, so you can definitely use that. Um, Kristen says, can I implement a chatbot? Most definitely you can, Kristen. We have the integration with Zoho Sales IQ. So this is a visitor kind of tracker / engagement tool. So using this one-click integration, you can enable a chatbot onto your website. So you can just find, maybe I can just show you how that integration works real quick because it's super quick. Let me just do a screen share. Don't fail me now. So we go to settings, and then you can see under integrations, we have the Sales IQ live chat. You can just connect that. And let me just publish my site right quick. So you can see that we have the chat box over here. And of course, whatever information that your visitors provide, it'll be taken to the database in your Sales IQ account. So you can view all the information over there and chat with them. You'll get notified. So I hope that that answers your question, Kristen.
And in Sales IQ as well, it's extremely easy to code your own chatbot. They have like a lot of templates. So all you just need to do is like, load up a template and make whatever changes you want and then go live with it. So it is pretty simple and it's a very neat feature. So yeah, thank you so much. I don't want to pronounce your name because I might be wrong. And so
Yeah.
yeah.
Even I was like
So,
really trying to like
yeah,
make a mention, but I just did not want to butcher it. So,
I know, I
but
know.
thank you so much. Yes.
Uh,
Thank you, Melanie. Um, okay.
so
Yep, I guess that is it with the questions. Thank you, Michael. Um, yeah, so if there is anything else that does pop up, if you give Zoho sites a try, or if you are building and you encounter any hiccup, or if there's anything you would like to ask us, or if you need help with anything, you can definitely message us at marketing@zohosites.com. And me, Kritika, as well as our manager, Ashish, would be more than happy to get back to you with whatever requirement it is that you need. Thank you, Matt. Um, Oh, well, so much of appreciation coming in. Thank you so much. All of you have been a really great audience, and it was really nice interacting with all of you. And we look forward to seeing you again for our next webinar. If these series interest you, you can definitely register for our advanced sessions as well. So we'll be getting into a little more of the advanced features in the Zoho site builder. So thank you once again for joining us. And with that, I will say goodnight to my colleagues over here on this side of the world, and all of you on the other side. Have a nice day. And with that, I will end the session. Thank you once again. Thank you,
thank you
Kritika. Thank
all.
you,
Thank
Lily.
you, Christine. Thank you, Naresh. All right. Bye bye.
Bye.